Good day, everyone. My name is Shanima Uri Barbas, and today I'm going to discuss to you about what is academic writing. And I have here steps on how to write academically and knowing its purpose. So, what is academic writing? Academic writing is clear, concise, focused, structured, and backed up by evidence. Its purpose is to aid the reader's understanding. It has formal tone and style, but it's not complex and does not require the use of long sentences and complicated vocabulary. Each subject disciplines will have certain writing conventions, vocabulary, and types of discourse that you will become familiar with over the course of your degree. However, there are some general characteristics of academic writing that are relevant across all disciplines. So, what are its characteristics? The characteristic of academic writing is planned and focused, answers the question and demonstrate an understanding of the subject. Structured is coherent, written in a logical order, and brings together related points and material. Evidence demonstrate knowledge of the subject area, supports opinions and arguments with evidence, and is referenced accurately. Formal in tone and style, uses appropriate language and tense and is clear, concise, and balanced. So, how to write academically? I have here 7 steps on how to write academically. So, first, define your purpose and reader. The first step to writing academically is to clearly define the purpose of the writing and the audience. Most formal academic writing at university is set by and written for an academic tutor or assessor, and there should be clear criteria against which they will mark your work. You will need to spend some time interpreting your questions and deciding how to tackle your assignment. So, second, structure your work. Once you have a plan for your writing, you can use this plan to create the structure of your writing. Structured writing has a beginning, middle, and an end, and uses focused paragraphs to develop the argument. So, third, create to the overall structure. Some academic writing, such as a lab or business reports, will have a fairly rigid structure with headings and content for each section. In other formats, writing usually follows the same overall structure: introduction, main body, and conclusion. The introduction outlines the main direction the writing will take and gives any necessary background information and context. So, step 4, arrange your points in a logical order. When you start writing, you should have a clear idea of what you want to say. Create a list of your main points and think about what the reader needs to know it. To select the main points you want to include, ask yourself whether each point you have considered really contributes to answering the questions. Is the point relevant to your overall argument? Select appropriate evidence that you will use to support each main point. Think carefully about which evidence to use. You must evaluate the information, as not everything you find will be high quality. So, step 5, write in structured paragraphs. Use paragraphs to build and structure your argument and separate each of your points into a different paragraph. Make your point clear in the first or second sentence of the paragraph to help the reader to follow the line reasoning. So, step 6, use signaling words when writing. Using signaling words will help the reader to understand the structure of your work and where you might be taking your argument. So, here are the purpose of signaling words: it is to add more information, for examples, furthermore, moreover, additionally. Compare two similar points. Example of it is similarly and in comparison. Show contrasting viewpoints. Example of this is however, in contrast, and yet. show effect or conclusion, example of this, or therefore, consequently, and as a result. So next is emphasize, example of this is significantly and particularly. Reflect sequence, example of this is first, second, and finally. So step 7 is revise, edit, and proofread your work. Most writing will require several drafts and revision in order to improve the clarity and, and structure. It is rare that a writer will make the very best decision in the first draft. So, in summary, the most common purpose in academic writing is to explain some idea or research finding and to persuade readers that your explanation or theory is the correct one. In doing so, you may need to describe an object, place, or activity. Sometimes you might try to narrate set of events in the manner of a story.